Hey everybody! This is the 2019 Nancy Drew Games Mega Marathon. Welcome to game number 5. This is Nancy Drew, the final scene. Okay, so I'm live streaming this game. It looks like there's about 200 people. Why are there 200 people watching me play video games? This is craziness to think that this is happening. Okay, so am I going to be a junior detective or am I going to be a senior detective? I have played this game several times. Junior is a little bit faster. So yeah, let's go with junior detective maybe? No, we've got to vote for senior detective. No, another vote for junior to senior. Senior detective. People like seeing me play these games in senior detective mode, so let's do this.
Dear Bess, remember Maya Wynn from high school? I'm visiting her in St. Louis. We have tickets to tonight's premiere of the new Brady Armstrong movie, Vanishing Destiny. It's the last screening ever at the Royal Palladium. This place has been a landmark for almost a century, and now in just 3 days, it's going to be demolished. I wish I could have seen the theater back in the 20s before it was turned into a movie house. All the great magicians performed here, even Harry Houdini. There's a lot of public opposition to the loss of this historic building. Rumor has it local activists are planning to stage a big protest out front tonight. The theater will be closed when we arrive, but they'll let us in since Maya is covering the story for the university newspaper. Oh boy, a press pass sure does come in handy. Maya told me she has an interesting lead, and we're on our way to interview Brady Armstrong about the controversy now. I know he's one of your favorite stars. Stay tuned. Maya always gets the full scoop. Talk to you soon. Love, Nancy.
Okay, Nancy, here I go. Cross your fingers, there's a story behind this door.
Go get 'em, Scoop.
Meet you in the lobby.
Testing. Testing. 1, 2, 3, testing. Is this thing on? Hello?
Think I'll go check out the snacks.
Scream!
That sounds like Maya. Help! Nancy!
Oh man. Okay, so Nancy's friend has just been kidnapped while Nancy was busy trying to get snacks. Come on, Nancy. Oh yeah, there's a story behind that door. Not the story you were expecting, Nancy. Maya has just been kidnapped. It's very tragic, and I'm going to steal this thing. Yep, we're totally going to steal that thing. You know, for fun, I'm gonna see if I can actually go beat the challenges, the puzzles of the game here before solving the kidnapping mystery. Yes, I'm gonna be a terrible friend and ignore my friend's kidnapping. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Poor Maya. That's a nice quarter. Yeah, I can use a quarter like that. So, leaves the kidnapping to go get some snacks. Priorities, Nancy, priorities. But those are some delicious snacks, and Nancy is hungry, so yeah. And the game just really does let me explore everything and ignore the kidnapping mystery. Beautiful! Beautiful. Because I remember these puzzles all off the top of my head. I've played this game recently. So we're gonna play Bee's Knees in the lobby area to get one of these things. Let's get one of these things, one of the tokens for the downstairs area. Oh, and let's do this death scene. This is a death scene. So,
I can't quite reach.
Reach for it! No, Nancy, don't reach for it. My best friend was kidnapped. Ooh, there's a quarter. Shiny. That is shiny. That is a shiny quarter. Yep. Alright, so we need to get 2 of those things. That's one of them. I don't think Nancy can explore the other rooms, though. Nobody else is around until you get the kidnapping call, right? So if we show up here, there's no Joseph. There's no Joseph. So we can spy on his stuff here. Joseph, we found out that your brother is dead. We're sorry. Wow, that's depressing. Huh. That's really depressing. And then I steal this. And let's see, I can also steal the key, or no, I can take this. So that's for the projector, right? Does the projector work this early on in the game? I just put this in here, and then I just back away carefully. It does. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby.
I should switch the power off.
And get ourselves some snacks. That's not the only thing we can do there, but that's the thing we're gonna do now. Now let's play Bee's Knees. This is a puzzle. What you gotta do is try not to die, which I just did. I think I go down and then I go right all the way. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and that gets that one down there stuck. I mean on the left. It's stuck on the left, so that's good. And now I got this one over here just sort of stuck trying to follow me, I think. Yeah, no, I got myself stuck there. Sorry about that. Oh no! I do like the music for this puzzle though. It's very nice. I think I just need to go right here. Yeah, I just go all the way right and then to the exit. Woo! Yeah, I was like, oh, I'll skip the phone calls in this game just to save time, but I will kill Nancy to waste time. Yes. So that's a cool puzzle. And yeah, we're gonna do this. We're totally going to, let's see, I need to undo this. Undo this wire. Yeah, so the first day of the game is meeting all the characters and solving puzzles. You could do them in any order, as we are finding out right now. Maya screams, gets kidnapped, and Nancy's doing all the other things. Nancy is not helping Maya. Oh, also I think there's a death sequence if Nancy, like, does not tie up. Yeah, there's a death sequence if Nancy doesn't tie up the rope entirely. The box falls down and squishes her flat, and it's very sad. So over here, we need to play this game.
Ladies and gentlemen, step right up!
Haha! This is creepy! Oh, press the play button again.
Find the ace of spades. Keep your eye on the card.
This is very scary, and this is just a randomized challenge. You just need to guess correctly. Whoa! First try!
Congratulations! You beat the
Your
magician.
audience will be
Don't forget to
dazzled.
collect your winnings.
Wow, that's amazing.
Ladies and gentlemen, step right up.
This magician needs some first aid.
Yeah. Wow. That was really lucky. I had no idea I could do that. that was not an on purpose win, but I will take it. So let's see. I'm trying to get all spades here. And it looks like working from left to right is a good way to solve the puzzle. Ooh, right, okay, so this puzzle is not the worst, but it's certainly not the easiest. Let's see, so I need to get this woman's face here. Because her neck goes in the bottom center. we go. That's her face. And let's just try to get her hair in place. I'm doing pretty well. Yeah, this is working swimmingly. Kind of. These go in the corners. I could be wrong. I think I might have gotten those corners wrong. Let's see. There's her hair. This has to be more hair, I guess. There we go. And so then this is that piece. That's going to have to go there in the bottom left. There we go. Okay, and then these two pieces obviously need to be swapped. Got it. Okay, so the two things I went out of my way to get are these two.
It looks like the gears are missing.
So that was the bee's knees, and that was the gear which was on the balcony area. And that gives me the key to the thing at the very end of the game, the lock safe at the very end of the game. We got a letter from the guy who used to own this place to Harry Houdini saying, "Hi Harry, please don't sue me, but I don't have the money to pay you, so you get to own half of the theater. Please, please don't sue me. You may take no legal action against me or reveal any unflattering details about me to the press." Yay, so we just learned that J.J. Thompson did not own all the theater. He owned only half of the theater. Houdini owned the other half. And we can't go inside any of the other rooms, right?
It's locked.
That's locked. That's locked. So, question, what happens if we try calling 911 about the kidnapping here? I bet the game's just gonna say, "Hi, 911 is busy here." Let's hear it.
You've reached the St. Louis Police Department.
Yeah, see,
This is a
they're too
non-emergency
busy.
line. Calls will be answered in the order they will receive. All operators are busy helping up.
And if we call Nancy's friends, they won't be there, I imagine. Oh, hey, Nick's here.
No teeny boppers till showtime. House rules.
Have you seen my friend Maya? She's 19, 5'5", black hair. She has on running shoes, jeans, and a black shirt with butterflies on it.
And the crisis is...
So when did you show up, Nicholas? Hi, you were not here earlier when I was checking out this area. Did calling the police button for my headphones? Please tell me my headphones don't work. Please tell me hitting the volume did not destroy my headphones, please.
She went into Brady Armstrong's dressing room and disappeared.
Good old Charmstrong. Why are women always losing themselves over him?
Who are you, his surly understudy?
Hollywood? The fantastic plastic vacuum? I wouldn't go there in a pig's suitcase. I'm Nicholas Falcone, solemnly sworn to lead the forces of Hadit and slay the dragon of corporate generica. Who are you? And what's with the doom and gloom?
Hi, I'm Nancy Drew. I need to call the police. Wait, Generica?
I'm Nancy, but I think I missed something. Generica?
Haven't you heard? The battle is on. There's a human chain forming out front as we speak. But all that can wait. It's obvious you got a situation, so what's up?
What's up?
My friend's been kidnapped. I've got to alert the police and then start searching this place.
Phew. Kidnapping? That's a high-profile tactic. Somebody means business. So what's the demands?
We didn't hear this angry phone call, but we can talk about it anyway.
The phone call was awful. They want the demolition stopped.
No kidding. That'll blast those bureaucrats and corporate bigwigs out of their dream world. Applause for the cause. We need all the help we can get.
Excuse me? We're talking about a girl's life here.
I'm sorry. I know you're upset, but they won't mess with your friend. They just took her for effect. It's called making a statement.
Oh, so this is just a pretend kidnapping. I never would have guessed. Maya's scream sounded so real.
She'll be okay. Trust me.
Right. I need to start searching for evidence, but I'll be back with more questions for you, Nicholas.
If you need a phone, there's an outside line in the ticket booth.
So that's really great. Okay, so Nancy can just get distracted from the kidnapping and just hang out all day checking out Nicholas's butt. I mean, hey Nicholas, what's going on, buddy?
Nancy, what's the 411?
The 411?
Come on, Nancy. That's vintage slang. You know, the 411, the deal, the lowdown.
Oh, the information.
Exactly.
So, humans against the destruction of illustrious theaters. Tell me about it.
This theater's a spotted owl. It's a humpback whale. It's endangered. Illustrious buildings testify to our finest human hours. They should be celebrated, not bulldozed to make way for cardboard megaplexes. Need I say more?
Do you know what they plan to build on this spot after the theater is gone?
Oh, it's very hush-hush. The name of the building firm is Wave of the Future, and the owner is some B. Thompson, descendant of J.J. Thompson, but he's never available for comment. Fishy, right? $10 says B stands for baloney.
Catch you later.
Fight the power.
Fight the power.
What's up? Can't talk long. Gotta check on my people.
And now we are finally going to get to the important thing that we need to talk to him about, which is the fact that we've got the Houdini letter, right?
What's your attachment to saving this theater? You seem so personally invested.
Politics is personal, but with this place, it's ultra-personal. My grandma, Louisa Falcone, designed the molds for all the insane plasterwork that you see in this lobby and in the auditorium.
The detail is so intricate. You just don't see this kind of artistry in new theaters nowadays.
True, but there's more. I guess the architect-owner guy, J.J. Thompson, ran out of cash before the building was done. He never paid my grandma dime one, and then he denied that she had ever done the work in the first place.
Why didn't he give her the credit?
She was the artist type, not a deal maker. I guess she'd never signed any contractual stuff with J.J., and she didn't have the resources to sue him or any of that, so I guess she just had to let it go.
She must have been so frustrated.
Here's the kicker. After JJ sharked her on this 2-year project, she was broke. And then the Great Depression hit. She could never afford to work as an artist again.
What did she do instead?
Louisa, Mother Serenity Falcone, she just kept on trucking in true Falcone style. Died at 97 without a bitter bone in her body. I think she had a happy life. But this theater holds the last artwork she ever did. Don't you see, Nancy? Saving this place is not just for history. It's for justice.
It's for justice! Yeah, so he's trying to help save Grandma, because Grandma needs credit for the art.
She should at least get credit for her work.
My family has been trying for years, but there doesn't seem to be anything on record that links her to this place. Nancy, could you do me a favor?
I think I know what you're going to ask.
While you're searching, could you just keep your eye out?
If I run across the name Louisa Falcone or anything else that might help, you'll be the first to know.
You're cooler than I thought, Nancy.
And you're smarter than I thought.
I don't know what about that conversation was particularly smart there, but we need to save Grandma Falcone.
How goes the search?
I haven't found anything that mentions your grandmother, but I did find something very interesting about the ownership of the theater.
Well, don't just stand there. Start breaking it down.
Did you ever hear about a challenge that J.J. Thompson issued to Harry Houdini back in 1925?
Yeah, and?
Yeah? Well, JJ put up a big reward for the challenge. He thought the escape was impossible. I can't break it down, I'm sorry.
J.J. put up a big reward for this Houdini challenge. He must have thought the escape was impossible, but Houdini did it. And J.J. didn't have the reward money.
What does this have to do with the ownership of the theater?
From what I can tell, J.J. had to give Harry Houdini 50% of the theater as the reward.
Ha! Serves that swindler J.J. right. Nancy, do you realize what this means?
I'm working on a couple of theories.
If Thompson didn't own the whole place, then whoever inherited it from Thompson doesn't legally own the whole place either.
Someone in Houdini's family may be able to call this demolition off.
We've got to find out what happened to his half of the ownership. You keep looking for Maya. I've got a laptop out in my van. I'll get online and do some research. Check back soon.
Catch you later.
On the flip side.
I've got a laptop out in my van. Yeah. We can read about Hadit if we want to. Nick, fight the power. I'm angry. I'm very angry. He's a very angry man. We could call the one of these things has like a phone number we can call, right? Yes. County administration. Hooray! And none of the other numbers, these are all numbers that we cannot call. It seems strange that one number is real and then all the other numbers are fake. Is Joseph here? Can we talk to Joseph now? We made Nicholas magically appear. Can I magically make Joseph appear? No! Joseph does not magically appear. Why do birds suddenly appear every time that you are near? Well, that was interesting. Making Nicholas appear randomly. That was kind of fun. So can I call 911 now?
You've reached the St. Louis police.
Yeah, it's like, you need to keep looking for Maya. I actually didn't start looking for Maya. I just ran away after hearing her scream. Okay, so let's go back and let's actually follow up on this kidnapping. Now that it's been like 15 minutes after Maya screamed, let's finally investigate the scene of the crime.
Hello?
Listen carefully. If they knock the theater down, the girl goes with it.
What? Who is this? Hello? Hello?
Oh no! Wonder what happens if I try to leave the room now. I could totally leave the room now and just ignore Joseph. Will Joseph be here now? Will he? I guess maybe he will, maybe he won't. Let's see. So Nancy, the kidnapper, has a very scary kidnapping voice. Nancy puts the kidnapper on hold repeatedly. Aww, oh well. Okay, so let's actually finish. Let's finish up. Let's talk to Joseph now. After the kidnapper calls, Joseph calls, and we can talk to him.
You'll never get away with this. Do you hear me?
Hello?
You're messing with the wrong girls, whoever you are. She's a reporter, and I'm a detective, and we don't scare easy.
This is Joseph Hughes, the caretaker. I'm looking for Brady Armstrong. He said he'd be there. Who's this? And what's all the excitement?
My friend has disappeared from Brady's dressing room. I heard her scream. I think she's been kidnapped.
Now, please try to calm down and tell me what's going on. What's your name, dear?
My name is Nancy Drew. Maya Wynn is my friend, and she's gone. I was out in the hall when I heard her scream. I don't know how they could have taken her.
Disappeared from the men's dressing room? What makes you think she was taken?
I just received a threatening call saying if I don't stop the theater demolition, I'll never see her again.
Well, they must have taken her through that secret passageway. Holy smokes! And you're on an inside line. That call must have come from inside the building. We gotta act quick. You check out the secret passageway. I'll make sure all the exits are locked, and then I'll come find you.
And guess who comes in?
Hey, you. No groupies in the dressing rooms. But since you're such a rascally fan, what would you say to a signed autograph from yours truly?
Hey, you. You want an autograph?
I beg your pardon?
Take a breath and pinch yourself because it's really happening. Brady Armstrong in the flesh. Star of Vanishing Destiny? Go ahead, faint. I'll catch you.
I'm Nancy Drew, starring in a real-life emergency here. I need to find my friend Maya Wynn.
Remind me not to appoint you president of my fan club. So what was your friend doing in my dressing room?
Weren't you expecting her? I thought she emailed you to set up an interview for her article.
All my email go through Simone. She reads it, she writes back. Control issues, you know? Off the record. Any message that says love Brady is just a big electronic smooch from her.
Brady is not concerned that a random stranger is inside his dressing room. No, he is not.
What a ripoff. If your devoted fans only knew.
Simone Mueller, CEO of my life. My agent. Focus on being wholesomely smoldering, she says, and leave the rest to me. So I do. She's been setting up Premier HQ in the women's dressing room. Haven't you heard her snarling at people on the phone?
I wonder if she knows anything about what happened to Maya.
Maybe you better tell me what's going on here.
I heard Maya scream. When I got here, she was gone, vanished. And then I got a creepy phone call from the kidnapper.
But where could they have taken her? What did they say?
It's something to do with the demolition of the theater. The voice said, If they knock the theater down, the girl goes with it.
Those stinking radicals.
What radicals?
They're the ones who are flipping out over saving this theater. Nicholas Falcone and his tree hugger pals.
Could Nicholas be the kidnapper?
Listen, Maya's in trouble and I've got to act fast.
Sure thing. How can I help?
The caretaker was looking for you. See if you can help him.
Roger.
And there's no indication that he ever goes and sees or talks to Joseph. I don't think that's the case.
It's locked.
I need to notice that's locked for triggering something in Simone's room later on. And that is where the hidden passageway is. The lever opens up the door to the hidden passageway here. Run, 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 run. Turn, turn, run, run, run. I like this part.
I may have to cut this short, Hal. Someone just climbed out of my wardrobe.
Can't you see I'm on the phone here? This is an emergency. I'm looking for a 19-year-old girl with black hair.
Listen, sweetheart, I have a premiere tonight and no stylist for my star. So don't tell me about problems.
But this is an emergency.
I said scram.
But...
This call's priority. Try me later.
So Simone just could not care less about the kidnapping. I think now we need to talk to our good buddy Joseph, and that will be the end of day number 1 of Nancy Drew. The final scene. Oh wait, I need to call the police. Yeah, I probably should call the police. Hey Joe, what's up?
You must be Nancy. The worry's written all over your face. Well, I'm Joe. I started to look for you, but then I figured better to park myself and let you find me. Any trace of your friend?
I guess the kidnapper must have escaped through that passageway. But all it led me to is a cranky Hollywood agent.
Simone Mueller. I should have warned you. What about calling the police? There's an outside line in the ticket booth.
Yeah, so Simone doesn't care how Nancy got into her closet. She's just like, hey, I'm a little busy on this phone here, Nancy. I'll put you on hold.
In the lobby? Great. I'll be back later.
What did the police say?
I haven't called yet.
This is not something to take on alone, Nancy. You better call.
I don't really want to
What did the
call.
police say?
I haven't called yet.
This is not something to take on alone, Nancy. You better call.
Yeah, Nancy shows up unexpectedly in Brady's room. Oh, you rascally fan, you sneaking into my room.
It's Joseph. Wait till you see this.
And then...
Come to the projection room.
And... Oh, wait. I think by doing things out of order, I might have been able to skip something. Do I have to call the police still?
Nancy, take a look at this.
I managed to skip needing to call the police. High five, everybody. I skipped some stuff. Yay!
Oh my gosh, Maya's press pass.
Brady found it.
This should be enough evidence to get the police over here, don't you think?
I should think so. Give the police a call, and then you better go back to your hotel and get some rest.
Just when I have a lead? No way! I've got to keep searching.
You won't be any help to Maya if you get too tired to think.
Okay, I surrender.
Go ahead and use the phone in the ticket booth. I'll be down in a minute. Give the police a call.
Actually, no, never mind. I think I do have to call the police here. I just managed to trigger the ending early. I think we still have to call the police in order to end this stage of the game. Maybe I did not manage to save skipping the police after all. Because I still have to call to the police here. Yep. Oops. Yeah, no, we do have to call the police anyway. Darn! I thought I skipped something. I thought I
St.
discovered
Louis
a cool
Police Department.
trick.
I'm calling
I
to
did
report
not.
a kidnapping.
Is the kidnapping in progress?
No.
Hold on, miss. I'll transfer you to the Missing Persons Unit.
Missing persons, Sergeant Mac Ramsey speaking.
I'm calling to report a kidnapping. No longer in progress.
And who am I speaking with, please?
My name is Nancy Drew.
Okay, Miss Drew. Now, did you witness this kidnapping?
No, but I heard it.
What exactly did you hear?
My friend went into a dressing room. I was out in the hall. And I heard her scream, so I went in after her, but she was gone.
When and where did this happen?
Just now, at the Royal Palladium Theater.
And what's your friend's name, Miss Drew?
Maya Wynn.
Can you spell that, please?
M-A-Y-A, last name N-G-U-Y-E-N.
Age?
19.
Physical description.
She's Asian American. I guess about 5'5", long black hair.
So you didn't actually witness anything, is that right?
I heard her screaming, and I received a threatening phone call. That must count for something.
A threat. Can you describe the voice? Was it a man or a woman?
It was spooky. I think they were using some voice disguise device.
Yes. That'll make it impossible to tell the gender of the caller. Did you notice anything suspicious looking in the vicinity?
No.
No suspects. Any visible signs of struggle in the dressing room? Did your friend leave anything behind? Her purse? Anything that might have fallen out of her pockets?
No.
No evidence. Does your friend work at the theater?
No, she's a student at Washington University.
Does your friend have any enemies?
Maya? I highly doubt it.
And what business did Maya have entering the theater dressing room?
She's a reporter for the school paper. She was there to do an interview.
What about Maya's parents? Have they been contacted?
They're in Vietnam this time of year. I don't know how to contact them.
Okay, miss. I'll file this report. After 24 hours, if she hasn't turned up, we consider her a missing person and begin to investigate.
How can she turn up? She's been kidnapped.
Unlikely. With all the scuttlebutt around this demolition, this stinks of student prank.
A prank? But this building is going to be demolished in 72 hours. How can we afford to take that chance?
How do you mean?
The kidnapper must be holding her in the building, don't you think?
Unlikely. No competent kidnapper keeps their captive anywhere near the scene of the abduction. Is there anything else, Miss Drew?
Sergeant, I really don't think we can afford to wait 24 hours.
It's standard procedure, Miss Drew. Unless you can provide us with some evidence that your friend was taken by force, it's 24 hours.
Thanks, Sergeant. I'll call you back when I have the evidence.
You do that.
Bye.
And I don't think that counts yet. So we do have to call him back with the evidence that we've already gotten. Hey, I found... Did I actually get any evidence? The press pass? Yes, Joseph found the press pass. Yes.
St. Louis Police Department.
Missing Persons Unit, please.
Please hold. Missing persons, this is Ramsey.
Hi, Sergeant Ramsey. This is Nancy Drew. I spoke to you earlier today about the disappearance of my friend, Maya Wen.
Hello, Miss Drew. You're calling to tell me that you found your friend, I hope.
I wish that were true, sir. No, she's still missing. I'm calling to report that I have the evidence you asked for.
What did you find?
Someone else here at the theater found Maya's press pass. It was clipped to her shirt when she went into the dressing room. It must have been torn off when she was kidnapped.
Or it fell off. Or she just tossed it.
Maya is very serious about her work, Sergeant Ramsey. She never goes anywhere without that pass, and she would not willingly leave it behind.
Is the pass damaged in any way?
No.
Was anything disturbed in the area where it was found?
I don't know. I'm not the one who found it.
Okay, well, thanks for checking in, Miss Drew. If Maya hasn't turned up by tomorrow, we'll definitely be out to investigate. Someone will take a look at the press pass then.
But you said that if I found evidence, you'd investigate the theater today.
I'm sorry, Miss Drew, but we can't go chasing after every kid who decides to take a leave of absence. The vast majority of missing juveniles disappear of their own accord, and they reappear when they're good and ready.
You have to believe me. Maya would never play this kind of game. Nicholas Falcone said he thinks somebody is using her to make a statement.
Nicholas Falcone? Is he involved in this? Are you involved with him?
Haddett is demonstrating against the demolition in front of the theater. Nicholas has set up shop in the lobby. I've spoken to him. I'm not involved with him.
Are you aware of the allegations against Mr. Falcone's character, Miss Drew?
Allegations?
Nick Falcone operates according to his own rules. He'll do just about anything to save a theater, and he's not afraid to use extreme tactics.
What kind of extreme tactics?
You name it. Vandalism, sabotage, chaining himself to demolition machinery.
Is that right?
And last year there was a situation over in Nashville. Just when the oldest theater in the city is about to be torn down, and mind you, Haddett is there in full force, a girl goes missing. So happens she's the daughter of the demolition boss. They go crazy looking for her. There's a call, just like the one you described. Anyway, to make a long story short, the demolition is called off, and 3 weeks later the girl is seen snuggling up to Falcone in a Memphis coffee shop.
Are you suggesting Nicholas is staging this thing?
I'm just saying that there's more to situations like these than meets the eye. Nick Falcone is a real operator, and he likes to humiliate the police. I'm not going to jump on the bandwagon here with this whole Royal Palladium thing and let him make my unit look like a bunch of chumps.
I see.
So you aren't going to have any credit with us if you join ranks with him.
Does he have a criminal record?
Oh, minor stuff. Disorderly conduct, trespassing, yada yada yada. But Nick Falcone can slime his way out of a sticky situation like no one I've ever seen. Unfortunately, there's no jail sentence for being a royal pain in the neck.
There are no good citizenship awards for it either.
Look, I know you're worried, but for now, there's nothing we can do. And there's nothing you can do either. Why don't you go home and get some rest? I'm sure you've had a long day.
Well, this has been very informative, Sergeant Ramsey. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Good night, Miss Drew.
Wow, that's a long phone conversation. You can see why I was so happy about the idea of maybe skipping the 911 call and saving a bunch of time. Alas, I was not able to do so. I love how Nancy ignores the fact that, well, I kind of ignored trying to save Maya for 10, 15 minutes. And then it's like, hey, Miss Drew, did you find the evidence? Well, it's only been 4 seconds since I last talked to you, but yeah, I found the evidence. That's great. So, you found her? No. So, the police are not going to investigate the kidnapping because it might make them look bad. And they don't really want to look bad because Nicholas Falcone and his girlfriend made them look bad a couple of years ago. So, we're totally not going to investigate here. We just don't like this guy.
I heard the whole thing, Nancy. Go get some sleep. I'll keep an eye on things till morning.
I was spying on your conversation through the door. I was just listening. How did you hear that? Hey! Don't demolition the theater! And guess what? Deepest sympathy. Planning a funeral is such a dreadful pain. Wouldn't you rather just stop the demolition? Oh, no. So all those people are there to try to stop the demolition. That is really creepy that Joseph was spying on my conversation with Sergeant Ramsey. Just really creepy. And is Simone here? Yes.
Nancy Drew, Simone Mueller. Don't worry, Vanishing Destiny is off. We've got bigger fish to fry.
So you heard about Maya?
Of course. I mean, a kidnapping? Right out of my star's dressing room? The premiere is small potatoes. It's worth more to us canceled or at least postponed. When the news gets out, the whole nation will be watching.
I like this. It's like, I don't think we should get the press into this before the police have had a chance to investigate. You tried to get the police to investigate, and they said no. They said, no, we're not investigating.
I'm worried sick about my friend here, and all you can think of is another media event.
Where are you from?
River Heights. Why?
Yes, precisely. River Heights. Listen, doll, I'm from L.A. This ain't my first time at the rodeo. We'll find your friend, or Brady Armstrong will, and when he does, every girl in America will wish she'd been kidnapped instead of Maya what's-her-name.
Maya Wynn.
I can't believe you. No girl wants to be kidnapped, ever.
I'm proposing a business alliance. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. We don't have to see eye to eye.
Sounds like an invitation to the swamp of no return. Thanks, but no thanks.
Honey, you've got spunk. Ever consider acting? This girl power thing is red hot right now. Of course, we'd have to think of a stage name. Nancy Drew is so utterly forgettable.
Simone is just such a horrible person.
How long have you been Brady's agent?
I discovered him on an electric spring morning 6 years ago. He was working the original Coney Dog stand on Sunset Boulevard. It was pure luck. I was craving an all-beef Frank at 7 a.m. He's been the jewel in my crown ever since.
No, but seriously, do they really have hot dog stands open at 7 a.m.?
I think your phone's about to ring.
Ciao.
And who is really craving hot dogs at 7 a.m.? Are these pregnancy cravings? Does Simone have children or a family?
This call's priority, try me later.
Aww.
This call's priority, try me later.
It was just an electric morning that she got those delicious, delicious hot dogs. We are going to see Simone's, man friend later on, but I don't think the game determines. I don't think the game says whether or not it's a boyfriend or a husband. And it's Brady Armstrong. wants to become a great person. He wants to throw Simone overboard. And this is kind of weird horoscope thing. I don't know why that's here. But he wants to be the captain of his own destiny. You don't say, "Oh, I'll get that for you, sir. I'm busy. Get it yourself. Minimum wage is okay with me. There's no limit to my worth." So, yeah, he is basically going to be the worst waiter ever. It's like, okay, well, I would like a medium soda. Get it yourself, loser! That's what Brady's gonna be in the future. I guess Nicholas is not here. I guess we do need to talk to Joseph sort of at the start of day number 2. So this is a missing poster for Maya. Birthmark on right ankle. Who found out about that and how? Because Simone was the one who made this poster. So, like, why? How did she find out about this birthmark? Nancy doesn't seem to know about that birthmark. I don't know. Whatever.
I'm sorry you had to see that wreath, Nancy. It's disgusting.
I'm afraid Maya's in real danger.
Well, let's hope the kidnapper just did this to scare you.
Like I'm not scared enough? Like I don't know time is running out?
The phone's been ringing off the hook all morning. I don't know how the press got a hold of this, but they're all over it like ants on a picnic.
Where did those missing posters come from?
I can't say for sure, but I can make an educated guess.
Are you thinking of a certain Hollywood agent we know?
Can you believe the way she diverted all of the attention away from Maya and used the poster to promote Brady as the big hero? This shouldn't be happening. It's all backwards.
It is all so backwards.
The history of this theater is so rich. I'm surprised the city of St. Louis isn't more interested in preserving it.
Well, they are interested. The Historical Society's been working like the dickens to get this place declared a landmark. But someone downtown has been stalling. They're awfully close.
So where will you go after the demolition? Are you planning to retire?
Greasewood, Arizona. My brother Jake is there. It's a tiny town with no movie theater, so we're gonna put one on the map. I got some money saved.
I love how immediately after he says that, Nancy can call him out on it and said, "Hey, Joseph, in the 2 seconds that you just talked about your brother, I checked, you don't have a brother."
Joseph, I did some checking. You don't really have any family in Greasewood, do you?
Now, what you want to go digging into an old man's life for, Nancy?
Everyone's a suspect, Joseph. You know that. If you have nowhere to go after the theater comes down, then maybe you're the kidnapper desperado. It's not so far-fetched, is it?
Now. I am going to Greasewood, and I'm not desperate. I made up the part about my brother so you wouldn't feel sorry for me. You've got enough to worry about, don't you?
Who is this J.J. Thompson character anyway?
Old J.J. Owner, visionary, wheeler dealer. J.J. loved a magic show. He had this place built with those kind of big spectacle shows in mind. J.J. also happened to love the sight of his own mug in the mirror. You can tell by the way he ornamented the auditorium with his own head.
The police told me Nicholas Falcone is known for using extreme tactics to further his political causes. Why are you letting him use the lobby as his headquarters?
Nicholas has been hanging around this theater since he was a little boy. I know how torn up he is about the theater. This'll be over soon enough, and then he'll go home. I don't think he's dangerous, for gosh sakes.
Gotta go now.
Don't let the turkeys get you down.
Alright, I won't let the turkeys get me down. Okay, so, I mean, Joseph is really upset about, you see how this poster is all about Brady? It's kind of more about Maya. We've got a larger picture of Maya than we have about Brady. Maya, and then this small segment on Brady, although that is a much better picture of Brady than it is of Maya. Very low quality picture of Maya, very high quality picture of Brady. Well, obviously, we want beautiful pictures of gorgeous Brady. Check him out. So what do you think this movie is about? Brady Armstrong and Vanishing Destiny. I don't know what that movie is about. It's about him falling in love with this woman who makes him a better person, and he's desperately in love with her, but she doesn't want to spend any time with him at all, and he's really sad and upset about that until they learn to become best friends. I don't know. Somebody help me out here.
Nancy, what's the 411?
Thanks to you, the police think this whole kidnapping is a hoax.
That's all hearsay, Nancy. They got no witnesses, no testimony, no nothing.
So you have or have not used kidnapping to further your causes in the past.
I am not an eco-terrorist, and I would never orchestrate the temporary disappearance of anyone who wasn't in on the plan and down with the cause.
Maybe you'd better think about being in on the law and down with the truth, Nicholas.
All right, Officer Nancy, chill out, will ya? I'm on your side.
Joseph told me that the St. Louis Historical Society is in the process of trying to declare this building an historical landmark.
They've been in that process for years. It's all just a big wad of red tape, a bunch of bureaucratic hocus pocus. It's about action, not paperwork.
Tell me about your relationship with the police.
All I know is they like to dig through my garbage and follow my van. Does this face say America's Most Wanted to you?
Catch you later.
On the flip side.
Okay, so I think we do have to talk to
I got the number. I left it in the ticket booth.
Stuff.
This woman isn't a Houdini herself. She's the widow of one of Houdini's cousins.
But it couldn't hurt to give her a call. I'll get right on that.
Okay, somebody's saying Vanishing Destiny sounds like it takes place on, yeah, it could take place early 1800s on a steamer ship. Brady, on his way to America, falls in love with a gorgeous stranger. But he's intimidated by her, obviously. And her younger sister is in love with him, but he's in love with her. Love triangle, I don't know. Does this face say America's Most Wanted to you? I do not know. So let's see, is Brady here?
Have you seen the posters? Aren't they fabulous?
Okay, we do have to talk to Simone about this stuff.
You made the posters? When?
After Brady found her press pass, of course.
You know I was searching for evidence to show the police. You know every hour counts. But when Brady found the pass, you used it to promote your star before you turned it over?
Maya's on the poster. It says she's missing. So what's your issue? Brady's out plastering those posters all over St. Louis and every podunk town for 50 miles. He's due back at any time, though, for the press conference.
So Rick Arlen from the second game, he's also an actor. So clearly he plays the love rival, and he and Brady get into a fist fight in the movie. The fist fight goes on for exactly 8 minutes and 12 seconds. They are constantly punching each other. It's actually really kind of gruesome and totally unnecessary.
Press conference?
I've invited the press here today to report on Brady's commitment to solving this case. You know, a few questions, a few photo ops, no big deal. That funeral wreath was awful, wasn't it?
What do you know about that wreath?
I had it moved out front for the press conference. We want the press to know just how heartless this kidnapper is, don't we? Then it's all the more fabulous when Brady saves the day.
I think your phone's about to ring.
Love ya.
Love you too, babe. No, not really. I really don't like you at all.
On your stage name? I'm thinking Samantha Quick. You love it, right?
Samantha Quick? What?
I think your phone's about to ring.
Ciao. How about Fancy Jackson? It's a little disco, but I think you could pull it off.
I'm Fancy.
I think your phone's about to ring.
Bye now.
No, but seriously, Fancy was a nickname, not a first name. That sounds silly. And is Brady in the room now? Yay!
How are you holding up?
Hi, Brady.
You've already been a big help. Is there anything you can tell me about Maya's press pass?
I found it in the basement. The balcony. It was the balcony.
You and Simone think of everything. What about a little side business? Missing Persons Are Us. It's catchy, and it might be a real moneymaker.
Please, Nancy. It's not me.
Oh, really? Is somebody operating you by remote control?
It's Simone. She's relentless. I'm just a hostage on her runaway bus.
That's funny. I don't see any gun to your head. Just a wad of money dangling in front of your nose.
It's more complicated than you think. Listen, I've got to get ready for this press conference. I'll talk to you later.
Nancy is so sassy.
Not now, Nancy. Not now, Nancy.
Well, now that we've talked to them, I believe the press conference begins. But we actually have to hear the press conference start, otherwise,
Okay, folks.
You want to hear the press conference? Let's hear the whole press conference.
Mrs. Mueller and Mr. Armstrong will do their best to answer all of your questions in the time allotted. But let's proceed with good manners, shall we?
Thank you, all, for coming. I'm only
All
sorry that
of
the
you.
circumstances of our meeting are not more festive. Wouldn't it be nice if we were all gathered here today to revel in the blockbuster success of Brady Armstrong's new movie, Vanishing Destiny? Wouldn't we all prefer to turn our attention to record ticket sales and the squeals of delighted fans across the nation? But alas, we have come together today over tragedy, not triumph. I've called this conference specifically to let you know, and I trust you will take it upon yourselves to inform the world, that Brady Armstrong will not rest. The greatest performance of his career will not be unveiled until Maya Nguyen.
Hey, lady, you're breaking my heart. But isn't her name Maya Wynn?
Until Maya Wynn is returned to her friends and family, safe and sound. Already, our real-life hero has searched this theater and uncovered important evidence. Already, he has driven 200 miles in a
Whoa.
rent-a-car, no less,
200
distributing
miles.
missing posters to all the outer-lying regions of this great city. You see, Brady Armstrong is a hero and a regular guy, all rolled into one.
Ooh, I'm swooning.
Put a sock in it, Mr. Camouflage. And now, without further ado, I'd like to open the floor up to questions.
Is it true that the girl was at the theater to interview Brady Armstrong? What was the interview about?
Mr. Charmstrong, do you find your fans respond to you more in your chicken suit or in your curly wig?
Did anyone hear her scream?
Ms. Mueller, you're his agent. Chicken suit or curly wig?
Any speculation of where the kidnapper's hiding her? Where did this funeral wreath come from?
Isn't it a little unusual for a movie star to help with a kidnapping like this?
People, one at a time. Brady.
Well, with all of my experience on the silver screen, I feel well prepared to save the day in St. Louis.
Do you think the kidnapper is violent?
Mr. Charmstrong, have you ever thought about growing a mustache? It might really distinguish you.
Is it true you're offering a reward for the facts leading to Maya's return?
That's right. Autographed movie posters for anyone and everyone who comes forward with a decent lead.
Yes, is it true that that Detective Nancy Drew is on the case?
Yes, Nancy Drew is investigating.
Is she available for comment?
It's a difficult situation. You see, Maya is a friend of Nancy's, and the personal connection, well, it may be clouding the detective's judgment. She's really on edge.
Isn't anybody around here concerned about the welfare of this magnificent theater? There's more than one life at stake today, you know. Okay, I'm sorry. Hey, press people, over here. If you want the real story, talk to me. Sorry, Miss Mueller, you'll have your photo op in a moment. Yeah, over here, down by my van.
Okay, so then everybody just gives up and hides in his van. Yay! Nicholas's van. So, have you thought about growing a mustache? It might really distinguish you. Yes, yes it will. Is Nancy available for comment? Yes, she should be. She's right here listening to you talk. So here are the pictures. His curly wig. Ooh, that's the curly wig. That's beautiful. And the chicken suit. Loving that chicken suit. Yum, yum. And the press pass was just lying here on the floor. Nancy totally missed it the entire time. I don't know why she was missing it the entire time, but she did. And what's that number? ID 317. That's the ID number for Owen Spader in game number 2. Except it's 31867-2001 in game number 2. That's kind of cute. Okay, so let's see. Where is that? I promise you, Georgie Bear. Georgie Bear wears 14 wide shoes. His shirt size is 17, 36 to 37. Here's his cell number. Georgie Bear. And 813 is his birthday. So the solution to this puzzle was click all 4 corners and then the center. And it gives you 813. So you can read this stuff if you want. It's got emails. Dear Mr. Armstrong, I love you. You're so fantastic. Dear Mr. Armstrong, can I interview you? Maya? Sure, Mara. I'd love to meet you as long as you give me all copies of it. I'd love to put ads into the newspaper, but deadline's a deadline. I'll stop by the dressing room. You did dance moves yourself, and Dr. Salsa, is that a movie or is that a TV show? My goodness. So, is Georgie Bear her husband? I don't know. I have absolutely no idea. Okay, so because I looked at that room, I looked at the locked drawer in Brady's room, I can grab this bobby pin.
It's locked.
This gives us a book, which tells us how to get to the top secret understage area. Hidden tunnels right over here, which leads to the magician's room. Okay, so it's 121, 192, and then we have to do all these steps in order. So 121, 192. I'm just going to do a first step first. 121, 192. Oh, and here's a death scene. Nancy gets hit on the head with a falling Klieg light. It's very, very scary. I think the way to escape it is to look up.
Get smart, Nancy Drew. You're wasting precious time. Stop the demolition or you'll never see her again.
Yeah. Very scary. So 121, 192. I've got that. Get smart, Nancy Drew. Stop the demolition. Like, why? How is Nancy supposed to stop the demolition? She's just a random teenager.
Hello? Hello? This must be where the threat came from. Okay, you rotten kidnapper.
I like Nancy playing with the microphone. That's cute. So let's see. We turn on the power. We turn on the magnets, it looks like. And we turn on the faders. Okay, we turn on the faders. That way we can move these things down. I think we move them the second to bottom, then turn on the magnets and trap doors. I could be wrong. Let's go see if I was correct about the level that the things need to be put down. Alright, let's see if that actually worked or if I made a mistake somewhere. I think this should work. Yeah, we did it. Okay, we climb down here. And... Maya!
Maya!
But when Nancy takes 2 seconds to look away, I think the culprit manages to shut these things and steals Maya in like 2 seconds. How did the culprit get there so quickly? I don't know. The culprit got from Joseph's room to the magician's room in record time. It's craziness. Maya seems okay. I would not say, oh, Maya seems okay. Poor Maya. I mean, just because she's having pizza doesn't mean things are okay. She's clearly been tied up. You saw those ropes on her leg, right? Wait, really? Can't I open this door? I guess I can't open this door unless I check the other way. I kind of missed the other way. Okay, here's the other way.
These pieces won't budge.
Those pieces won't budge. And now maybe we can leave? I mean, now maybe we can open this gate.
Help! Is anybody out there?
Who's there?
It's Nancy.
Nancy? For goodness sakes. What are you doing down there?
This chair seems to be stuck. Hold on, I'm greasing the wheels here.
I found a secret room under the stage. I've got to check it out.
The magician's room.
I swear, Nancy, as long as I've worked here, I've never been able to find my way in there.
I found the door, but the pieces that open the door are stuck.
Here, try this. Hurry.
And that was Joseph's face.
Hey, it's stuck again. Hey, it's stuck again.
Oh no! An extreme close-up of Joseph's face. Oh my goodness. Just a very creepy looking thing. And oh my gosh, now I have to solve...
This should loosen things up.
This puzzle on senior mode. So that's one of the differences between senior mode and junior mode. This puzzle. Not really seeing anything here, which makes for a good solution. I need to move that piece down so I can move Mr. Bunny left. And then how am I honestly, how am I supposed to move any of the other pieces anywhere? Yeah, that doesn't seem to work. Okay, let's go like this. Oh, I got Mr. Bunny farther away. Here we go, we did it! We did it! Woo! And a guillotine. Slicing the heads off of everybody who watches this video. Scary. Here's the book, which explains how to do the magic puzzle, which we figured out. Oh, the phantom message. Yeah, that's a puzzle we can solve. I don't know what these other things are. These are magic tricks. This is flash paper. Yeah, the flash paper. That's a flash paper trick. And it's also the rubbing a pencil trick, which is a neat one.
Rubber is shockproof.
Ooh, spooky music now.
This magician needs some first aid.
Oh, nobody's gonna fix the magician? Oh well.
The gate is electrified.
We will die if we try to touch it. Keep this door open. It locks if it closes. Thanks, it's Joseph. Wow, that was a creepy death. Find the correct 9-digit combination. Oh my gosh. 289, 287. I'm so bad at this. 284, 281, 3, 2814, 2815, 2816, 7, 28163, 28169, 281 28164. 28165. 28165. 28165. 2816593. Okay, 4 or 7. It was 7. 28165 3 2815 28165 9374. Oh, come on. 28165 9347. That puzzle was so terrifying. It's electrifying! Woo! That's very scary.
Oh, Nancy! Hey!
I think the kidnapper just moved Maya to a new hiding place. Have you seen anything suspicious around here?
Wow, are you sure? I didn't see anything.
I found evidence that will prove that Maya's being held in this building.
Wow! Evidence. Where?
I'll talk to you later. I've got to get a hold of Sergeant Ramsey.
Yes, that puzzle was incredibly shocking. Woo! Brady is just so useless. Evidence? Wow, what kind of evidence? Where? I don't know. It was pretty terrible evidence. So let's call the police. Let's call the police. Wow, evidence! It's pizza!
St. Louis Police Department.
Missing Persons Unit, please.
Please hold. Missing persons, this is Ramsey.
Sergeant Ramsey, it's Nancy Drew.
Hi, Miss Drew.
I found Maya.
You found her? So the case is closed.
I found her, and then she disappeared again.
Good grief. This girl's a regular Houdini. All right. What have you got for me?
I found a secret room under the stage. I saw Maya through a peephole, but by the time I got into the room, she was gone. The kidnapper must have moved her.
A peephole, huh? Are you sure you saw her?
Sir, there's evidence. Pizza boxes and one of Maya's shoes. I left everything where it was so you could see for yourself.
So you think the kidnapper's been using this secret room as a base camp? Well, this is very interesting, Miss Drew. It sounds like you've been conducting quite a search.
Now will you please send someone over to investigate?
Yep. Just bear with me while I try to find an available car. Help is on the way, Miss Drew.
Great. Bye.
Pizza boxes, that proves she's been kidnapped, right? It's a pizza box. Like, what else could it be?
Hi, Nancy. What happened?
I found Maya.
You found her? Oh, that's great. Where is she now?
By the time I got through that door, the room was empty.
Are you sure you didn't just imagine you saw her?
I'm sure. She was there, and now she's gone. Don't tell me you think I'm crazy, too.
But what do you mean, gone? She left?
Something tells me she had some assistance.
The kidnapper must have moved her.
Right, and they must have been in a hurry because they left a mess behind, including one of Maya's shoes.
Evidence. That should interest the police. Have you called them?
Yeah, they said they'll come check it out, but they may not be able to get here for a while.
I'll wait up for the police. You get some rest, Nancy. You're gonna need it for tomorrow.
Make sure they check that magician's secret room.
And that's it. That's the end of day 2. So, day number 3, the Royal Palladium is going to be destroyed. And apparently there was a kidnapping ransom thing saying, hey, I want $50,000 for her. And it comes from Granite City, which is, I don't know, 15 minutes away? Eustacia and drop-off. Oh, that's the phone number. Nancy, please see me right away. Do we want to call Eustacia and drop-off? Let me know. We don't have to. I think the package... I don't know if the package is delivered whether or not we talk to her. Oh, and I love how... Nicholas drew like a mustache. Have you thought about growing a mustache, Mr. Armstrong? It might really make you distinguished. Okay, everybody says call, Eustacia. Let's do it. 2 people say no, everybody else says yes. Oh, I have to remember her phone number. 813-3247.
We're sorry. Your call cannot be completed.
Oh no! 3247, sorry. Sorry. Okay, good. I thought we couldn't call her, but I think I just got the phone number wrong.
Yes, hello.
Hello, is this Eustacia Andropov?
Who else would it be? Everyone else is dead.
Oh, Mrs. Andropov, I'm sorry to bother you. I'm trying to find out some information about Harry Houdini. Is it true that you're his cousin?
Who wants to know?
Oh, I beg your pardon. My name is Nancy Drew. I'm a detective working on a case in St. Louis.
Harry was only my cousin by marriage, but my husband is dead, and so is Harry. So I guess that makes me nobody's cousin. Satisfied?
I'm researching Mr. Houdini's ownership of the Royal Palladium Theater. Would you know anything about this?
He owned it. Half of it anyway, for a few months. Then he died. Does that help?
Do you know what happened to his half? Did he sign it back over to J.J. Thompson?
Return it to James Jehoshaphat? Mr. Stupendous? Not on his life. Losing that man was Harry's greatest escape.
Did someone in Houdini's family inherit the theater?
Harry made a plan to give his half of the theater to someone he admired. A young magician, I assume. Perhaps a protege. I remember my husband telling me this.
Can you tell me anything more?
More? I'm 96 over here. I don't exactly have time to burn.
I know it was a long time ago, Mrs. Andropov, but this is terribly important. My friend is in danger, and finding out what happened to Houdini's half of the theater may be my only hope of saving her.
Call the Library of Congress. Ask about the Houdini collection. There must be something in all of those letters. You tell that Sherman Trout, Eustacia said. You're not dead yet, Shermy, so get up and make yourself useful.
The Library of Congress. You don't happen to have that number, do you?
Well, I should have this letter from Shermy around here somewhere. Cat food coupons. Vincent Jacobs repair. Dear Eustacia. Here we go. Library of Congress, Washington, D.C. 202-555-5000.
Thanks, Mrs. Andropov. You've been a great help.
Save it for my funeral.
Save it for my funeral. Save it for her funeral. Save all the nice things for her funeral.
Can you believe this ransom demand coming out of thin air?
Do you think it's real?
Apparently, the call came from north of here, a town called Granite City. Personally, I think it's a hoax, but now the police are convinced that Maya's not in this building.
But what about the evidence I found?
Are you sure the pizza boxes were in that magician's room? Because the police couldn't find anything.
That's impossible. Are you sure they looked in the magician's room?
They searched the whole building.
Really?
How could they miss 2 big pizza boxes with leftover pizza inside? What about Maya's shoe?
No trace of that either.
Even without the evidence, that corner of the room had obviously been lived in recently.
Follow your gut, Nancy. If you think Maya's still here, you keep looking for her, you hear?
I was backstage earlier, and one of the stage lights came crashing down. It almost hit me.
Oh, Nancy, thank goodness you're okay.
I got another threat from the kidnapper. That creepy voice came on the PA and told me to stop searching for Maya.
The projection room? But who? Someone must have ducked out of the press conference. I was so busy with crowd control, I didn't even notice.
It's only a matter of hours until the demolition. How are you holding up, Joseph?
Oh, fine. Everything's great. Fine. I was up till the wee hours polishing up the lobby. Heck, I'm even fixing to repair the old keymaker so you can give it a whirl. Guess old habits die hard, eh?
Gotta go now.
Don't let the turkeys get you down.
Alright, so what we need to do is go inside Brady's room and that's it. That's what creates the key machine to be fixed. But we can talk to the other characters. I just want to let you know we don't technically have to do any of the other stuff.
Did you call? What's the story?
Sure did.
Go on, spill it.
She didn't know much, but she gave me the number of this guy at the Library of Congress who has access to the archives of Houdini's letters.
And what did they say?
I haven't called yet.
So what are you waiting for? The wrecking crew to bust in and dial the number for you?
Yeah, we can't talk to him unless we've finished talking to Sherman Trout. And then he'll be like, oh, guess what? Sherman, the package was delivered for you.
What are you doing hanging out with that Falcone jerk?
I'm not hanging out with him, Brady. I'm conducting a search here, and I'll take any tip I can get.
That guy's bad news, and he's certainly not gonna help your credibility with the police.
Thanks, Brady, but I've got everything under control.
Just trying to help.
Do you mind if I take a look around in here?
Be my guest.
Don't you want to know what Maya's article was about?
Well, I thought you said it was about me.
Well, Brady, you are the center of the universe, but actually, her article was about the theater.
Then what did she want to talk to me for? I'm an actor, not a politician.
She never told me what her angle was. Talk to you later, Brady.
You betcha.
Brady's just super jealous that Nancy was hanging out with Nicholas. Wow. But yeah, I want to do this scene with Brady because, I mean, come on, we get some Brady drama here. So, Brady leaves this giant bag behind, and inside we find...
Maya's notebook!
Maya's notebook. So he's got evidence. She had some sort of big evidence to just throw at Brady.
Hey, you.
Don't hey you me, Brady, you rotten fraud.
Fraud?
Huh? I'm afraid you've lost me.
You've been lying to me, playing Mr. Helpful and Concerned all this time. I found her notebook in your bag.
I haven't done anything wrong.
You have some nerve. I bet that notebook has your fingerprints all over it.
Okay, Nancy, here's the deal. My real name is Brady Thompson. Simone pushed for Armstrong, more wholesomely smoldering, she said.
Wholesome, my foot.
I'm Wave of the Future, Inc., the owner of this theater, great nephew of JJ himself.
But you're an actor. Why in the world would you want to bulldoze a theater?
The place is shabby. It needs major repairs. It's a money pit and a has-been. Not the image I want to project.
Really?
Is everything about image with you?
Never underestimate the power of image, Nancy. You are what you project.
And what is it that you wish to project?
When people think of Brady Armstrong, they think sparkling white teeth and healthy glow. Success glows. It doesn't crumble and sag. The hero never rides a has-been horse.
But what does this have to do with Maya being kidnapped? Seriously.
Then why don't you sell the theater to someone else?
When I saw these ritzy theme restaurants popping up all over the country, it hit me like pow. My first original idea. Brady Armstrong's Planet Tinseltown. Can't you see it on the marquee? Grand opening. The lights will say it all.
Keep going. You've got a lot more explaining to do.
I've sworn to be the captain of my own destiny. Maya was going to expose me, muck up my name in this controversy. It would have been a dark cloud over the launch of Tinseltown.
I don't care about your name. Where's Maya?
I didn't kidnap her. I found her notepad in the basement with the press pass. I just thought I'd hang on to it for a few days until the dust settles.
Yeah, Brady's version of an original idea is copying what everybody else is doing. This is why Brady Armstrong is awful.
Now's your chance to do the right thing by calling off the demolition.
Sorry, Nancy. Look, you're not thinking clearly. It's obvious she's not in the building. We've searched everywhere.
She has to be in the building. I know she's here.
You're the only one who thinks she's here. There's no evidence.
Nicholas thinks she's in the building.
He's an outlaw, and he's using you.
Joseph believes me.
He's a confused old codger.
There was evidence. I found a pizza box and one of her shoes.
Evidence that no one was able to verify. Who's to say you didn't imagine that stuff? Now, If you'll excuse me, I've got to rally a wrecking crew.
Brady, no!
And then he just leaves. Brady is a horrible person. I'm glad he's got a personality, you know, besides, wow, evidence, where? But it's crazy he went from, evidence, that's so cool, to, hey, I'm gonna destroy the theater now because it's going to help my restaurant. And Simone's not here. I think everybody's gone now. Poor Nancy. Brady, no! Don't! Okay, well, Joseph fixed the machine, and the solution is SIVO. What you're supposed to do is get a pencil and then use it on the pad in Joseph's room, but I'm not gonna. I think that's it. Let's see if this works. Too bad Nancy can't call the police or something. That would be good. Let's try calling the police. I don't think the police will let us stop the demolition though. Wholesomely smoldering my foot. You're a liar, Brady. I don't like you, sir.
Missing persons unit, please.
Please hold. Missing persons, Ramsey here.
Sergeant Ramsey, what's going on?
I beg your pardon?
I'm sorry, but I'm very upset. This is Nancy Drew. What do you mean there was no evidence?
I don't know what to tell you, Miss Drew.
You searched the magician's room under the stage? Did Joseph Hughes show you where it was?
He showed us all right. We searched the whole theater, but our efforts were totally inconclusive. Wherever your friend is, she's not in the theater.
She's in the theater. I know she is. The kidnapper wants the demolition stopped, so what better leverage than to hold her in the theater?
Actually, you might be interested to know that we've had about a half a dozen calls here since last night. People are reporting seeing Maya north of here. And then this ransom call came this morning from Granite City. You'll be glad to know we're following up on all these leads.
I don't believe it.
Miss Drew, I empathize. As a police officer, I know how emotional attachment to a case can cloud your judgment. Take it from me. It's time for you to let this one go and leave the case to the professionals. You're just not thinking clearly.
Sure, Sergeant Ramsey. Thanks for the advice.
Goodbye, dear.
Yeah, that was terrible. Poor Nancy. It's like, Nancy, you should never let one of your suspects show evidence to the police. That was just a terrible idea on Nancy's part. And now the police are investigating. After ignoring Nancy forever, they're like, oh, now we're gonna investigate. Now that we have leads, we think the kidnapper called from the place near the donut shop in Granite City. So we're going to Granite City to get donuts. To investigate the crime.
Okay, officers, this is our final sweep. In a matter of minutes, this building will be nothing but a pile of rubble.
I'm so close. I just need a few more minutes.
And apparently Sergeant Ramsey was outside like two minutes away. Wow, I can't believe it. So we're gonna hide from the police here.
See anything, Dino? All clear in here, Sarge.
So this tells you how good the police are at searching the building. They're terrible at searching the building.
Well, if it isn't the SLPD's favorite nosy detective. Right this way, Miss Drew. You can still get a front row seat for the demolition. Okay, officers, this is our final sweep. In a matter of minutes, this building will be nothing but a pile of rubble.
All right, let's do this scene again.
See anything, Dino? All clear in here, Sarge.
So we didn't call the Library of Congress, obviously, and we did not get the letter about Mr. Houdini. But that's okay. We don't need to in order to beat the game.
Something's missing here.
This goes here. And we turn it on. Oh no! The focus knob is gone. And now I can't focus. Check this out.
Testing. Testing. 1, 2, 3, testing. Is this thing on? Hello?
It's like this is the first time Nancy's been to St. Louis, and the police already think she's the worst nosy detective in town. Let's see, how do I back away from this thingy here? Okay, I click there, and then I get the door. I mean, the focus knob. What's this thing? Voice Swap 2000. I don't know if it has a number attached. Anyway, it's a voice swapper.
I need that knob.
Oh my. Let's go, let's go. We're focusing. Focusing,
Another
and
secret passageway.
there's the secret passageway. It's the ice depository. Yep, so that's where they, that's how they used to keep buildings cool before air conditioning. We have the
I should switch the power
ice
off.
depository. I can use the projector. The police don't notice, even though they're supposed to be searching the entire tire.
Hey, Nancy, I've been looking for you.
Oh, hi, Joseph. Nice to see you.
Oh, what for?
I've decided I need to get organized, Nancy. Tomorrow I'm really gonna straighten up in here.
I'd say death by wrecking ball and or felony kidnapping charges rank higher on your list of problems than office clutter at the moment, Joseph.
I think a fresh coat of paint would really cheer things up, don't you?
I know it's you, Joseph, but why? Were you trying to buy some time so the Historical Society could declare the theater a landmark or something?
Do you think the premiere will sell out?
It is kind of funny. Nancy's like, oh man, I've only got a few minutes to save Maya. Oh, but I need to turn off the power first. That's very important. So how did Joseph sneak past the police? Yeah, how did he sneak past them?
The police think the building is empty. You've got to help me or we'll all be smashed to bits.
Don't tell him she's here, Nancy. I will take her away and knock down the theater.
If you cooperate, it'll look better for you in court. Maybe the jury will understand that you just got carried away.
Don't tell him, Nancy.
Oh no!
I'm locked in!
Oh, poor Nancy. And they didn't take anything out of the theater before the demolition either. That seems kind of strange. So here we go, up to over here. So the key we found from the basement on the first day of the game, before Nancy went into the room and figured out who the kidnapper was. I think this is the key we need. So that key that we found at the very start of the game is this one. And it opens up this safe. So this safe says, Dear Huron, the Festival of Illusion begins next week and every show is sold out. If the public finds out Houdini ditched the theater and I'm now in business with an anonymous woman artist, I'm likely to have a public mutiny on my hands. More importantly, I stand to lose a lot of money. I have no idea how Houdini even heard the name Luisa Falcone in the first place, but I'd like to wring the neck of the fella who mentioned her. I've got Houdini's paperwork here, and I plan to sit on it until the festival's over. Houdini's on the road anyway. By the time he gets back, it'll all be settled. So, whereas J.J. Thompson, owner of the theater, had signed over one half to Houdini, Houdini signs it over to Luisa Falcone. And Mr. Thompson never paid her. Yeah, Mr. Thompson ripped off Houdini and Miss Falcone. So, Harry Houdini signed this, Thompson signed it, but they never gave it to Luisa Falcone to sign. Therefore, be it resolved by the three parties whose signatures appear below. Yeah, so we found the proof that J.J. Thompson did not legally own the theater. Wow. Crazy times. I think that's the correct key, right? We got the correct key, hooray! So normally what I do is I just grab every key until, and try them all on the door until I figure out the right one. But yeah, no, it's always the middle key at the top. It's really simple, you don't have to bother with any of the other keys. And Maya? Maya!
Hang on, Maya. I'll get you out of there. Even Hercules couldn't pull this off.
Okay, don't worry. I'll sledgehammer it to death.
This is useless. This is useless.
No, why don't you try spinning the things on the end, Nancy? And I think we can pick up this. Yeah, we can pick up that. The hacksaw. Can I use the hacksaw?
This is useless.
Oh no, but this would be great.
This is useless.
No, no!
This is useless.
No, Nancy, no! Oh, no! So I always thought it's kind of strange we have this hacksaw. We can never use it for anything. It's just there. Nancy, I'll get you out of here! 2 seconds later. Oh, even Hercules couldn't do this. This is useless. So, what we do is we turn around here and we go here.
Not so fast, Detective.
What? Not so fast, Joseph. Let me past.
Joseph, please let me past.
I can't let you do this, Nancy.
Yeah, the hacksaw is just there for false hope. It is just there to trick you. It's very mean.
I'm warning you. I still got a trick or two up my sleeve.
We're going down in a blaze of glory.
Joseph, you can go down in a blaze of glory if you want, but Maya and I are not coming with you.
You've cracked your last case.
Joseph, this is far from over. Now step aside.
It's all over now.
We've still got time for a grand finale here, Joseph.
I never meant for it to turn out this way.
It's okay, Joseph. It's okay. Oh, Nancy doesn't have a response to that? Okay, hacksaw to the face.
This is useless.
Okay, sledgehammer to the face.
This is useless.
I'm gonna throw a key in his face. Dink.
This is useless.
So the only thing that can defeat him is this, spray can to the face.
This is useless.
It's the flash papers, but, you know, we're really close to the ending. Let's just see the ending. I want to see what happens when the wrecking ball comes in and destroys him. I didn't mean for it to turn out like this. You kind of did. You're kind of the one who's responsible for kidnapping her. Joseph just stands there and does nothing while Nancy keeps pulling random items out of her inventory. So, yeah, this is just a staring contest right now. He's not blinking. He's not blinking. Yeah, we're doing this. We're going to the death scene. We're gonna see this. Oh, Nancy could just, like, turn around and stuff. That's kind of weird. We could just walk away.
I never meant for it to turn out this way.
This is useless. This is useless.
10, 9, 8, 7.
This is useless.
5.
This is useless.
3, 2, 1.
Maya. Yep. Oh my gosh. That was awful. Okay, so the real ending is we just use the flash paper on Joseph as soon as possible.
Ah! That light!
The light is so awful, I have to walk backwards!
Look! The marquee! Stop the demolition!
Dear Bess, I still can hardly believe that Joseph, sweet old Joseph, was Maya's kidnapper. He says he planned to kidnap Brady with the idea that Simone could use her Hollywood connections to save the theater. But when Maya entered the dressing room, he panicked and grabbed her instead. Plan B was to stall the demolition long enough for the Historical Society to declare the building an official landmark. I guess he's been at the Royal Palladium for so long, he just couldn't imagine his life without it. But desperation aside, poor Joseph wasn't cut out for a life of crime, and pretty soon things were spinning out of his control. Simone's publicity stunts didn't help. At least he was courteous and kind to Maya through the whole thing. Her testimony should help him in court. The good news is that the Royal Palladium is still standing. Once he heard that Nicholas would inherit his grandmother Louisa's 50% of the theater, Brady decided he'd better find another site for Planet Tinseltown. In order to make amends for things, and because he needed some good publicity, Brady donated his half of the theater to the St. Louis Historical Society. Together with Hadit, they should have this place restored to its original glory in no time. Not such a happy ending for Simone, I'm afraid. She received an official reprimand from the National Press Corps for her stunt with the wreath. Still, knowing Simone, she'll be back at the top of her game in no time. So, here ends the longest 3 days of my life. The premiere of Vanishing Destiny is back on, but I think this detective is going to wait for it to come out on videotape. Talk to you soon. Love, Nancy.
Alright, so that's the end of the game. It was a very funny ending sequence. So, Brady Armstrong, do we like it? Do we still like him or not? And then this picture of Nicholas going like, ugh, don't touch me. Is that really the best photo they had from that photo set? Yeah. Okay. Well, Simone didn't really get a happy ending. Not really, but I mean, she didn't get in super huge trouble for being a horrible person, which she really deserved. Simone deserved to be punished more than any other character in this game, including the culprit. And it looks like all she did was get like a minor slap on the wrist, so I don't know about that. In any case, thank you very much for watching, everybody. Maya and I are going to escape and go get some pizza.